You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you may on Twitter the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Remember the Flowers. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is now up for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like full community access to our Discord. I'm sorry, let me try that again. Like full access to our community Discord server and access to our upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. Oh, yes. Crager... Crager and Artemis. Oh, Cooper and Artemis in the car. Oh, boy. Artemis sighs with a hint of pleasure. Someone's excited to start working again, aren't we? You're no fun at all. And believe me, boring me will only lead to me trying more entertaining methods to get a conversation going. Seriously, fuck me. Alright, what the fuck do you want? My old crew? Honestly, those details can wait. What I want to know is where you used to work. The Resistance. The location, Mr. Crager. Where is it? He's demanding more than asking. And you know what? Aaron isn't worth this. I'll tell you on the road. Not sure you want to make your way there, though. Artemis chuckles as he starts up the car. See, I know you could be fun to chat with. I think we'll have a pleasant time together. Lucky me. Oh boy. I'm confused. Titania promoted you for kicking Lance out? Basically. She said it was because I was able to make on-the-fly decisions, but I don't really buy it. Our squad didn't have a leader for a while, and because of that, we were dysfunctional and unreliable. Oh, you weren't always a leader? I wasn't. Reggie was. Ah, I see. Are you sure you want to talk about this? I can hear Aaron chuckle through the headset. It's not easy for me to remember, but I assure you I'll be fine. You already know most of what happened anyway. True. What was she like? You know, in person. I've only met with her for about 30 minutes. We had paperwork to do and deals to discuss. I'm pretty wary of those in authority. Had to be when I was growing up. But, I don't know. At the very least, I think she's fighting for a cause that's worth it. It's worth it to me, anyway, so whatever happens, happens. Aaron? Now, don't worry about me. That's my job. I made my choice along with everyone else. Running away isn't an option. That's very admirable. I appreciate your conviction. I'm thankful to you as well, Cyrus. You're a perfect example that I'm fighting for something that's worth it. You're both so soft. I do have good shampoo and conditioner. I can attest to that. Something worth fighting for. Besides the occasional conversation after that, the next few hours on the road were pretty quiet. Eventually we started driving off the beaten path for a little while. Silver spotted a small forest we could sleep in tonight. Forest may be an exaggeration, but there's enough trees to give us some cover. Silver says he's gonna be gone before we wake up, wanting to get a head start on digging for lodestars. We started setting up camp together around a big fallen tree. I can't help but gaze through the trees. Despite the way the world is now, it is refreshing to see all these plants in the wild. I must be staring for a long time because Aaron tries to snap me out of it. Cyrus? What's wrong? Oh, nothing. Sorry. My mind has been preoccupied for a little while now. I've been mulling over what Aaron said earlier. Do I have something to fight for? Do I want to fight? I have people I don't want to lose again, but what can I do to stop someone from hurting them? I try to flex my arms. Well, they feel a little more firm. I definitely would lose any altercation I came across. I start getting frustrated at myself over imaginary scenarios. I can't deny that danger is always looking around the corner. I want and need to get stronger. For the first time in years, I feel like I have purpose again. I intend to see it through. Aaron, how long would it take to make dinner tonight? Maybe an hour? I had a stew recipe I wanted to try. Why? Is it okay if I go do something after we're set up for the night? I don't see why not, as long as you're careful. Don't worry, I don't intend to go alone. I run towards Silver. Hey, Silver? Silver's in the middle of pitching our tents. He doesn't look at me when he responds. Yeah, what's up? Can we do some training before dinner? Silver stops what he's doing to face me. A smile creeps up on his face. Why not? It'll be a good way to build up an appetite. Don't go overboard with him, please. Second L, water time. Like, they have to know that Aaron, like, that Cooper knows where their base is, right? I mean, they have to have some kind of, like, countermeasure for that. Like a full frontal assault by Resume or whatever won't like, it has to be something they're ready for in case that information gets out. Like, seriously? Like, man, it would be really stupid on their part if he was just, like, what they overlooked. Like, if the reason that their base falls is because they let him go when he had full information about where they were, like, yeah, that's a bit of a security breach, y'all. Anyway, should have had him sign an NDA. Aaron says with a little bit of worry in his voice, "Don't worry, I'm an excellent teacher." Silver holds his paws under each wrist, grabbing something from both axioms at the same time. He soon tosses over something for me to catch. With a short stumble, I manage to grab it before it falls to the ground. It's like a wooden knife. The blade looks like it's dripping in blue liquid. "And since I'm a great teacher, we'll start with the basics." I grip the wooden handle in my palm, a little awkwardly. I've cooked with knives before, but I've never attempted to use one as a weapon. Now, boys. No training until you finish pitching the tents. That's my only stipulation." "Yes, sir." "Hey, come on, you can teach me how to do it. You're so good at it, after all." "God, you're lame." "Come over here. It's not too complicated." Even though I've been building up my stamina over the past month, it's still quite low. Silver's been teaching me things for barely 15 minutes, and I'm already starting to feel it. After starting with a few pointers, he's been having me try to land a hit on him without much practice. Something about experience being the best way to learn. I can tell he's holding back and moving slower than he normally would, but I still can't land anything. "I'm impressed, Cyrus, though you could still stand for improvement. Your stance is looking good, but your execution needs work." While still holding the knife, I put my hands on my knees and take a few breaths. My chest feels a little warm, particularly around my heart. Silver walks over to check up on me. "I know we just started, but do you want to take a break?" "No, I'm good. Just give me a second to catch my breath." "Take your time. We don't have to rush." Oh. With a solid step and thrust, I just barely managed to graze Silver's arm, leaving a blue streak on it. Whoa! Finally! "Oh. Is that how we're doing things, huh? Hey, come on, I'm just thinking like an assassin would." "Is that right? How about I show you what that looks like in action?" Silver gets into his own stance, holding the knife upside down in his paw. "You got good instincts, I'm sure. And you're right, an assassin takes any opportunity to land the kill. That includes taking advantage of someone down on their luck." I think you understand what he's getting at. I'm still tired, but I try to figure out a defensive stance. My gaze is centered on the knife in his hand, thinking of ways he'll try to attack. "Ready?" "Yeah, I think so." Silver quickly sprints up to me, way faster than I thought. Oh. It takes every ounce of my being to dodge his blade. Out of instinct, I try to jump back. "That's about half as fast as I can go when I'm serious. Even so, you were still able to dodge, even while winded." "That's impressive." Silver walks up closer to me, just a couple feet away. "Well, we definitely want to work on your reflexes. I'm sure you'll get wiped out if we only focus on dodging full-on assaults." Silver gets into a stance that almost reminds me of a fencer. "Just stand right there, straight up. You can try to strike back if you want, but I want you to try to move back and forth to avoid me." You don't let up, do you?" "You want to see how good of a teacher I am, don't you?" Yeah. Second, y'all. Water time. I swallow my spit and try to focus on Silver. There's something I want to try. I'm not sure if it'll work. I've never tried it like this before. With one final deep breath, I get into a defensive stance once again. Focus. 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 I start to feel a sensation I haven't felt in a while. I'm not sure exactly when I figured out how to do this, and the specifics are still a bit of mystery to me, but I learned how to artificially slow down my perception of time. While trapped in Resume, I'd often do so to try to tune out the ongoing surgeries around me. Being sedated wasn't an option as long as I had grown immune to it. Instead, I tried falling asleep while slowing everything else around me down. My heart rate starts beating in a particular rhythm and my senses kick into overdrive. It's more like I'm thinking faster than my body can keep up with, rather than actually slowing time. In a situation like this, it might prove to be useful. Ready? I try to nod naturally while in this strange state of mind. No, shit. Sure enough, Silver starts his offense. My eyes are the only part of my body that can keep up with my thoughts. I watch his knife as it slowly gets closer and closer. He's aiming for my left side. Moving like this feels like I'm trudging through gelatin. With enough effort, I'm able to force myself to sidestep, although I almost lose my balance. I start to feel dizzy, but it's manageable. I can see surprise slowly creep up on Silver's face before transitioning into focus. Not speaking, he tries again to get me. This time he's going for the center of my chest. I try to jump backwards to gain some distance. I'm slowly getting used to this sensation. Breathing like this is awkward, but I can't tell if I'm taking in enough breaths. It's like I have to do it manually. Whoa. Jesus. Silver continues his onslaught of strikes. Whether or not he's trying his absolute hardest, I'm able to dodge most of what he tries to dish out. For a moment, I think I see a confused expression on the silver fox's muzzle. Ha! In the end, he does manage to leave a red streak of paint on my right forearm, but that's only because I was just about to give out. I'm panting and I feel like I could pass out at any second. Silver must be able to pick up on it. He tosses his knife to the ground and faces his palms to me in surrender. All right, that's enough, Cyrus. If I didn't have a headache before, hearing his slurred speech definitely will give me one. Calm down. Get back to normal. I force my heart back into a steadier rhythm. After 10 seconds, I'm back to the present. That was oddly impressive. Gee, thanks. I'm not trying to be insulting, it's just... He looks me over with a confused look on his face. What the hell were you doing with your heart? It's... complicated. Well, in any case, you definitely got a good foundation for defense. Learn to throw in some attacks of your own in the middle of it, and you'll be able to take down any random thug you come across. I'll take it. God, I'm exhausted. Sorry, I might have went a little overboard. I was trying my best to hit you, honestly, but it was like you read my mind. What can I say? Guess I got good instincts. Right. I contemplate on filling Silver in on my little talent. It's not really something I need to hide, right? Looks like, water time. Alright, and we're back, y'all. Okay. Over dinner. I'll let you know how I did it. Oh? Yeah, but could you help me back to the camp? Sure thing. You deserve a good rest. Oh, star pupil of mine. Thanks. Silver puts one of my arms around his shoulder. He's a little shorter than me, but he's strong enough to help me back to camp. In order to not worry about Aaron, though, I try to walk on my own once we get closer. Judging by the amazing smell wafting through the air, I'd say we're right on time for dinner. The white tiger waves us over to the makeshift campsite. He set out a couple of logs around a campfire he made, which is cooking the pot of stew he mentioned earlier. Evening, fellas. How'd the training go? A lot better than I thought. Silver proudly presents the streak of fur I colored on his arm. Cyrus did that. Did you let him? No, I didn't let him. That would ruin the point. He got me too, to be fair. Only once, though. I didn't want to be too extreme with it. I'm still huffing and puffing way too much for my liking. You went overboard, didn't you? Maybe. Who's to say? Huh. Aaron chuckles and moves to the side of the log he's sitting on, patting the spare space. You look like you could use some rest. Come here, dinner's almost ready. Can't wait. Without hesitation, I walk over and then plant myself next to him, still panting. Here, have some water, Cyrus. Aaron holds out a small canister. I graciously accept it and start to slowly drink it. Phew! Thanks, Aaron. I really needed that. Of course. Of course. I think it's good that you're working on yourself, but remember to take it easy, all right? It feels like all I've been doing as of late. Rehab isn't easy, Cyrus. You've been working hard these last few weeks. Don't sell yourself short. He's right. Give yourself the credit you deserve. I try to hide my sheepish expression by drinking more water. In any case, feel free to rest next to me. I've been told I make a good pillow. Huh? Aaron slowly pulls on my shoulder to rest my head against his arm. No buts. You need the rest. The stew will be ready in a little while. Why don't you take a nap? But... Trust me, Cy. You need to rest your body as well as your mind. Just a tip from one assassin to another. All right, fine. Just a short one. We'll wake you. Don't worry. My mind is already starting to fade as I turn my head to comfortably rest against Aaron. I don't know if it's my imagination or not, but I think I can hear him purring ever so slightly. Oh, oh, flashback, okay. Oh, not flashback, okay. Alright, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and take a look at our Patreon, y'all. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!